years old.
That's a man.
Are you single?
Yes.
Do you think that being single at 28 as a woman is a red flag in 2025?
No.
Why not?
I'm a strong, independent. I know what I want. I'm not willing to settle for less.
Standing and tucking her Johnson. You can tell them. She's like. Welcome back to Get It Out. Today we have a video from Alpha Central. All right, without further ado, let's get to it.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at when strong and independent women don't need no man. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video. Cry me a river. It's called acting like an adult.
Men will deny this, but they're lying when they say they want peace.
Okay then, what do they really want?
They love selfish, independent, unbothered women that are difficult and stress them out.
No, they don't. That's just what those types of women tell them.
What? She actually thinks that. Wow, it's sad. And I bet you she gets left all the time. I bet you. I wish I could interview her.
So they can justify their own poor behaviors.
Women that are too nice and predictable don't give them enough to worry about.
And those are the types of women that actually find healthy relationships.
Yeah.
I'm glad Lady J's talking about this, because all men want is peace, not chaos.
Oh, what is she doing?
And she's getting paid to do this. My 3-year-old little nephew with his little plastic playset can do better with a hammer. Come on.
Do women need men?
No.
What?
We don't.
Why not?
We are capable of being happy without a man.
No.
Oh, how does that make you feel? She's got me, so.
He still makes me happy, but
What
So
did
women
you say
need
that
men.
for?
no. No.
So why did you say that men need women, but women don't need men?
Because usually men are useless. Sorry. Okay.
Did you say that to your father?
Exactly. Exactly. Would you say that to your father?
No, I'm serious. Is your dad useless?
Yeah.
No.
He is.
And I wonder who made the car she drove in, or the machine that made her clothes.
If all women disappeared, this would be the end of the human species. However, of all the surviving men, if all men disappeared,
I'd have a party.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think a lot of women would actually have parties,
And then
they would within a year.
yeah.
oh no, I would say 50% of women are within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, I think.
No way.
Yes.
We'd like machinery and like make the ozone
no.
layer like open
Who
all
makes
the
it-
way
who
up.
makes it-
we
Then
too
we
much
all
hairspray.
die of like radiation poisoning.
No,
What?
it's just men are so involved in critical
Everything.
infrastructure that women are not involved in these fields. There wouldn't be
men
knowledge
make the
base to
world
be
go
able to
round.
replace them. And also, not only that, even if there was enough women to get into these fields, the cascading chaos
They
that
wouldn't
would
do it.
ensue,
Yeah.
it just everything would be completely.
You're
all the
probably
ti-
right, but
all
I'm
the
not.
It's wild. It's like that all over the world. I see it out here in the Philippines as well. I've saw guys before. They've stopped doing that on construction buildings with Sanellas on, with sandals on. Same thing happens here. That happens there. It's the same here. Everywhere in the world, the same.
Telecoms,
Yeah, but
whereas
see, she
everything.
thinks
I wasn't gonna say that I think that we would be able, that everything would be peachy keen if all men just disappeared, but I'm
What?
saying that wouldn't it be nice if our society didn't rely so heavily on one part of the species?
I
Oh,
literally
man.
could not agree with you more. Where the are all the women
Yeah.
oil workers?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Both genders are important in their own way. One can't simply live without the other, and that's just the truth.
People always ask me, Sophia, how do you change a tire? And I'm here to tell you, I have no idea.
Hey, at least Sophia can admit it.
When you can't get an electric car wet. So I never thought of how.
That was funny. And I'm here to tell you, I have no idea. I respect.
What is it? Just not rain where you live? It rains. We water comes out of the clouds. You know what? Why do I even explain my?
Her car must be extremely dirty if she doesn't get it wet at all. She's just dumb.
We deserve more.
Of course,
Everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
Is that what
I'm
she
hearing
says?
like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like,
James?
we sitting out.
That's a possibility.
Lady, I saw
for
you
real.
went up to the
It
rim
was-
and you didn't.
It was kind of a possibility on the last one, but
She
like
stopped
now, I
elevating.
feel
It's
like,
like-
just with the leverage
And she
that
missed her layup.
you know we have right now, and it's just a time that women's basketball is going crazy. They're really,
won't
it's
get
gonna
what we
be,
want.
it's gonna
She
be
should be
a
a model.
time next year.
How can the WNBA get paid more if people aren't showing up to watch the games?
Yeah.
Where would the money come from?
Be single and pay all your bills, or be in a relationship and go 50-50. I choose single.
I'd rather be single and pay all my bills.
Oh,
Be single
wow.
and pay all my bills. Honestly, when you with me, you gotta pay for everything. I don't have a problem with going 50-50 long as you work and clean the house and I work and cook. That's how it works.
Do they
Well, that's-
realize
that's
that going
fine.
50-50 is
Men would do
more
that.
cost efficient, or is pride blinding them?
What's your
That
age?
last girl.
I'm 28 years old.
That's a man.
Are you single?
Yes.
Do you
a man.
think that being single at 28 as a woman is a red flag in
That's a man.
2025?
No.
Why not?
I'm a strong, independent. I know what I want. I'm not willing to settle for less.
What is it that you want from a man that you're looking to date now?
They need to bring value, you know? You need to bring good times, laughter, happiness, support, loyalty. You need to be a man. You need to be a protector and a provider. And if you
Jeez.
can't, then you can't.
She's standing and tucking her Johnson. You can tell them. She's like, look at her stand. She's like this. I mean, he's tucking it. And the he's criminal. What's his name? Desirable Truth. You're a criminal. You know that's a man. If you don't, wake up, brother. He's criminal. I wouldn't have did the interview. Seriously. I wouldn't have even discriminated. I would have seen, said, how you doing? Talk. So wait till next one. You know, it was just how you doing. No interview held up. No interview microphone held up. Nothing. Talking like
Be in my life.
Like a
And what
woman.
does financial support from a man at 28 look like to you?
I don't know, a man that's not afraid to say yes to things. I need a man that's not going to say no.
So if
Oh,
you tell
man.
him, I need the Dior bag, he needs to just get it. Here's the card, baby. Go get it.
I shouldn't have to tell him, but I ain't looking for that. I'm looking for a man who wants to take care of me and the things that I need. If I need a phone, if I need tires, if I need gas, if I need food, those are the things.
If you needed your rent paid, he should be able to cover it.
Yeah.
Why do men have to bring all of that when you're an independent woman? Sounds pretty contradictory, doesn't it?
Breaking news: New Zealand has just made history after it loses its first naval ship worth $100 billion to sea
Wow.
since World War II. The HMNZS Manawanui came into trouble when it was conducting a survey on a reef, caught fire, and then capsized. What a disaster. All 75 crew members abandoned ship and made it to shore. Captain named Yvonne Gray, a lesbian, a former teacher,
Wow.
was handed the ship as her first in her career with the focus of diversity, equity, and respect for the personnel. Guess this is what DEI looks like.
So they risked people's lives as well as a historical ship, all for diversity? Stupidity at its finest.
Have you got peas though? You got money?
Wow.
I've got my own money. Yeah, I'm a strong, independent woman.
Mm.
Do you find that attractive?
Yeah, but I feel like you're a type, bruv. Like, I feel like you ain't
No.
spending none of your money on those.
Why should I spend my own money? I'm too pretty to pay for stuff.
She's got to pay.
I'm offended. So I think I am actually a 50-50 girl.
Yeah.
But only in the sense of that you give me 50% of your bank account, 50% of your mortgage, 50% of your house. That's my kind of 50-50.
Are you on medication? This girl is definitely on medication, bruv.
I agree, but if she's on medication, then that means 50% of women are also on it as well.
I ain't never seen a man that I need. You're all replaceable. Don't ever get too comfortable and don't ever think otherwise. You're a guest in this household and you can be kicked out just as quickly as you were welcomed in.
I just get so confused when I see these ladies that are using filters, a ton of makeup, drawn on eyebrows, fake eyelashes, and where you can still see the glue at the top of their head for hair that is not theirs. So confidently come on the screen and talk about men.
With all the fake add-ons, she can be replaced with a simple trip to Walmart.
If you had to choose between Taylor Swift tickets or 1 Bitcoin, what would you choose?
Taylor Swift tickets. I don't really care about Bitcoin that much.
Taylor Swift tickets? Are you kidding me?
Ah.
Are you joking?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd rather choose
A
the thing
Bitcoin
that's
is
like I can
is it
hold
like
in my
40,000?
hand.
What?
Like I'd rather
they
choose the thing that
crazy?
I can go to
It's a
and not
Taylor
worry
Swift, she
about
gets
it
over
disappearing.
I hope they find out that they can buy hundreds of Taylor Swift tickets
Yeah.
for a single Bitcoin.
This woman wrote for Cosmopolitan magazine back in the 70s, and she openly admits how the women's movement lied to women.
There it is.
This woman sat back and said, I was married for 40 years. The owner of Cosmopolitan was married for 50 years. But this was an actual orchestrated plan of selling products to modern American women.
That's all it was,
you don't
dude.
sell a piano to modern people. You sell a lifestyle, and you sell a music room, and you sell, if you want to live well, you need a music room. And then modern people will say music room need piano.
Yes.
How do you sell tampons, beauty products, birth control, girls trips, and all this other stuff to women? You sell a lifestyle.
This is all a gigantic marketing scheme? Makes sense.
Yes, it is. They've been fooled. Oh no. Going to wrestling.
Good luck with actually trying that in real life.
DDG be doing everything except for hiring a lawyer and petitioning for visitation in court.
And that's the problem. Y'all make it hard for a man to be in the child's life.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the would DDG have to do all that? Why should he have to do all that? To be a father, I have to hire a lawyer to get visitation to see my son, my bad,
crazy.
our son. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I have to do that as a man? Shout out to the women that don't make it hard for a man to be a father.
Mm-hmm.
Even if y'all have y'all differences, even if y'all got y'all troubles, even if y'all look at each other different, even if y'all hate each other. Shout out to the women that let the men be fathers.
If a man wants to be a father, why would you stop them?
How old are you?
I think I see this. He goes off.
Why are you single, man? Are you giving up?
Oh,
You're gonna die soon. You better die with somebody. You're gonna die by
exactly.
yourself.
Life is too short to be picky.
Do you think a man can raise children without a woman?
80% of the jails are from single parent households, right? The majority of those single parent households are single mother households. Now, there is nothing that beats a 2-parent household as far as
at all
chances and luck and statistics as far as becoming successful and not
at all
a statistic, right? So, but the single fathers have a big advantage over single mothers. I ain't gonna cap, because you got to think about it though. And when it comes to jail, most men that are in jail are there because they made an emotional decision. They made a split-second decision that cost them years of their life. And who is the person that teaches a man not to be emotional or how to control their emotions? Their father. Their father will tell you, like, hey man, get your up here, punch you in the chin. Hey, it up. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a mother will nurture that baby. Like, it's okay. You can cry. You know what I'm saying? And so now you get these children that become men and they ain't got control of their emotions. So they haven't been taught that because they didn't have a male figure in their life, and they end up making emotional decisions that end up having them locked up for years. So I think that fathers are almost the key to black men not going to jail, because there was nobody that on this block that I was scared of more than my father. What y'all got going on? I gotta go talk to Philip Harris Sr. and I'm not dealing with him. So I'm not about to do that dumb y'all doing because my daddy at home. Now I know I could get away with a lot with my mama, but my pop, that hand's strong.
He actually has a good point. At the end of the day, it takes a man to raise one.
It's feminism that has demonized femininity, taken those sacred duties that a woman's done throughout human history and said, oh no, that puts you below a man, you should do what men do. Feminism doesn't actually serve women's interests. And I think it's interesting watching women wake up and say, hang on a second, 50 years ago, I could have stayed at home, hung out with my friends, spent time with their kids, supported my man and not have to put up with all this corporate nonsense. How dare they make a woman's traditional role somehow weak or below? Traditional men didn't do that.
It's almost like,
you know, but the crazy thing about feminism and all this stuff, that's all Satanism, believe it or not. It was Satanists that pushed it. That's all I'll say. Let's continue with the video.
Feminists hate women as well.
Okay. What's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer. Is it close enough? You want to guess one more time? What would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Like,
That's
what
not
do you
what I
mean
put.
you don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right. You know what's so crazy?
What?
I was going to say men.
You already know. Like, I mean, strike one. You're a man. Yeah. And you're heterosexual. Yeah.
Wow, I guess we're all doomed, boys.
What's the question?
Why is the front wheel not moving?
That is actually a good question.
It's not hooked on.
That's what I said. No, I'm not joking.
I know. Wait. No, show me.
What?
What do you think should be happening right now?
The front wheel should be moving.
Why?
Front wheel should be moving.
It's not hooked up.
Maybe the chain's disconnected to the front wheel.
I wonder how she thinks a shopping cart works.
Wow. What is she doing? Why you stopped the car? Who got your ball? What is he doing?
How come a 9-year-old boy showed more strength and courage than a full-grown woman? What kind of example is she setting for other women?
Go ahead. So we're continuing, right? Where you don't need me? You said you needed beans to finish your cooking? Go jump for it. Go jump for it. Jump for it. Get it. You don't need me, right?
Oh, this will definitely not be her last time asking him for help.
Why are you single?
I don't think I have a lot to give to another person at the moment. I don't think I have a lot of time or a lot of energy to give to a partner. So I don't think I'd be a very good girlfriend at the moment. I'm kind of focusing on me, which is a bit cliche. I feel like it's a bit of a cliche phrase, like focusing on me, but like I am.
If the right man came along right now, that ticks all your boxes, would you give him a chance?
Yeah.
Though you think you wouldn't be a good girlfriend right now.
I feel like that would be really silly if I was to pass up like someone that ticked all my boxes. I feel like that would be really silly, but I'm not going out seeking it out. If it came along, cool, but I'm not looking for it. I really like a person with self-discipline. I like someone who looks after themselves, who has a bit of routine, who has drive, who has goals, who's mature. I don't want to feel like I'm like mothering a person to be the best version of themselves. They need to do that on their own.
You can't get something if you're not looking for it. Last time I checked, life isn't a fairy tale.
I'm sure by now you've seen women on TikTok going viral stating they feel safer with a bear than a man.
Loved it.
And these women are sending a powerful and meticulously crafted political message that says to the world, we are bad at risk analysis. Stop making us do it.
For years, the world has told women, we need more of you to trade crypto, gamble, enroll in actuarial sciences,
enter STEM fields,
and other risk analysis adjacent fields. And these women revolted by saying, enough is enough. I can't even tell if a human man is more dangerous than a bear. Please stop trying to force me to run a hedge fund.
And I gotta confess, because I'm guilty as anyone. When I saw that men are 91% more likely than females to be invested in the stock market, or that 95% of professional poker players are men, I thought these women are just being lazy. We need a few more articles to force them into these fields.
Ignorant.
Completely ignorant. And I'm ashamed to say that when I first saw the man or bear trend, I took it at face value. And I said, I know that driving a car is dangerous, for example, but I would obviously be safer on the road than in a cage with a mountain lion, even if there are fewer deaths by lions due to frequency of encounters.
Perhaps we should stop comparing people, especially random men, to dangerous animals.
Pay my own bills, fine.
Hey.
I don't need no man trying to go. I don't need no man trying to go. I don't need no man trying to go.
They the call.
Hey.
I don't need no man trying to go.
Well, they won't be finding any good men in 2025, I guess.
Sure, right. What?
Maybe we should just keep all motorized vehicles away from her.
How many women does it take to put a spare tire on a car?
Wow. They're gonna strip the car. No, they're gonna strip the lugs. Oh man, they have no strength in their arms.
Seems like men are needed after all, eh?
If a woman is always right and a man is always wrong, then who wins in an argument between two lesbians?
They probably argued for hours when they got home.
Tell me what men bring to the table.
that's a rat that I've made into a pencil case. So you unzip it. It's a real rat. Look, you can make him wave at you, and wave his back legs. You can make his feet clap, mate, if like you're a weirdo. But you keep your pencils in there, so you can get quite a lot of.
They wouldn't even touch that.
If he was bringing that to the table, then his woman might be a bit surprised.
That's funny. A woman won't do that though. Well, some would.
Okay, someone should take her license away as soon as possible.
For women out there in America, if you are leaving a marriage, first of all, I applaud you for making a decision for you and doing what's right for you. It's hard to pick yourself when you become one with somebody because you're one. And then all of a sudden, when things are bad, you have to just choose you. Yeah. So I went into a business that I was passionate about, which is decor and hair, and I'm acting now.
Portia, after listening to all of that, I see why you had 2 failed marriages. We should encourage women not to leave a marriage. Of course, there are exceptions, like and other things. But when you say to women out there, I applaud you for making decisions for you and doing what's right for you, it's not all about you. You make decisions that's good for the outcome of your children, which is to grow up with something called a father in the household. I mean, a study after a study shows that kids with both parents do better with grades, friends, and future. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think with that advice of yours,
is this real?
You're basically encouraging women to follow your path, sacrifice their kids to play the main character, maybe have a career if they're lucky.
That's not true. This can't
yet
be real.
still end up miserable like Whoopi.
Maybe instead of divorcing men, she should be more careful about who she marries.
You know what gives me the
That couldn't have been real. Somebody put that in there. That was fake.
men. Men. Men.
The big list. 777.
The list is getting too long. At this point, we should all just stay single.
When I decided that I was going to tell him that I wanted a divorce, we sit down in our session. It's like really.
You know what's funny? That long list is kind of all the reasons why a lot of men aren't dating. Like 777 of them were done so far. Crazy.
Tense, really awkward. My ex was sitting there like, so why do we have an emergency session? Therapist was like, Jamie, do you want to start? And I just started crying. And I was like, I want a divorce. He sat there quiet. I'm sitting next to him crying. He didn't move. He didn't look at me. He didn't react at all. He just was stone cold. And eventually our therapist was like, would you like to respond? So he responded right away. And he's like, fine, let's just go ahead and finalize the details. Like, I knew that I was ready to leave that day, but I couldn't believe that that was his reaction. There was no empathy. There was no compassion. There was no like wanting to fight for us, and I was like, so what are we going to do? And he just kept playing. And he was like, I already got an apartment. I already took my name off of the lease.
Why should he fight when she's not fighting as well? It's about matching their energy, and he did exactly that. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to prove you're an alpha.
She probably hinted it to him in the past, and he said, I'm going to prepare. He prepared his mind. He prepared his money. He got certain things situated. He was willing to give up the house, maybe even a car. He prepared. My man, this is what men have to prepare for. When you're in a marriage, you got to prepare to get left. Sad thing when you're in America, that's how it is. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Do me a solid. Be sure to subscribe. Also, click that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Thank y'all for watching. See you next video.